We covered an overview of the OSI reference model in a previous section, and you learned about the upper layers. In this class, we will learn the rest of 4 layers of the OSI model, which are particularly important for computer networking. You will learn about port numbers, about how TCP and UDP work, and we will do a comparison between those two protocols. Let's understand the functions of transport layer. The transport layer is placed at the 4th layer of the OSI model. Transport layer provides transparent transfer of data between hosts, and it is responsible for end-to-end, error recovery, and flow control. It is also responsible for creating and maintaining a logical connection between the endpoints. As I said, the transport layer provides different mechanisms for the transfer of data from one computer to another. The transport layer, layer 4, does not actually send data, despite its name. Instead, this layer is responsible for the reliable transfer of data by ensuring that data arrives at its destination without any error and in order. Transport layer communication falls under 2 categories. First one is connection-oriented. It requires that a connection with specific agreed-upon parameters be established before data is sent. Second one is connectionless. It requires no connection to be established before data is sent. Connection-oriented protocols provide several important services, whereas connectionless doesn't guarantee anything. Let's see few of them and understand more. First one is connection establishment. It manages that the connections are established, maintained, and ultimately terminated between devices. Second one is segmentation and sequencing. It manages that the data is segmented into smaller pieces for transport. Each segment is assigned a sequence number so that the receiving device can reassemble the data on arrival. Third one is acknowledgements. It manages that the receipt of data is confirmed through the use of acknowledgements. Otherwise, data is retransmitted, guaranteeing delivery. Fourth one is flow control or windowing. It manages the data transfer rate negotiated to prevent congestion. As I said, the TCPIP protocol suite incorporates 2 transport layer protocols. First one is transmission control protocol, which is connection-oriented. Second one is user datagram protocol, which is connectionless. A single client may have multiple transport connections with multiple servers. Notice that TCP is a connection-oriented service between the hosts, whereas UDP is a connectionless service. Let me first explain the feature differences of TCP and UDP protocol. It will be much easier for you to understand. The TCP protocol provides reliable delivery, however UDP does not provide reliable delivery. The TCP protocol performs error checking, however UDP does not perform error checking. The TCP protocol controls the data flow using the flow control mechanism. However, UDP does not have this mechanism. The TCP protocol performs congestion control. However, UDP does not have this mechanism. The TCP protocol has an ordered delivery feature. However, UDP does not have this mechanism. The TCP protocol has a connection establishment feature. However, UDP does not have this mechanism. As I said, connection-oriented protocols provide several important services, whereas connectionless doesn't guarantee anything. The TCP protocol is a connection-oriented protocol, and UDP protocol is a connectionless protocol. Whereas both TCP and UDP use port numbers, or sockets, to pass information to the upper layers. Port numbers are used by the sender to tell the receiver which network application it should use for the data. Also, port numbers are used by the receiver so it knows which application it should send the data to. What are port numbers or protocol identification numbers? Actually, the Internet Assigned Numbers Authority (IANA) assigns port numbers to protocols, applications, and processes developed by the developers and registered under IANA. The IANA categories these port numbers based on the communication between client and server, or vice versa. The port numbers 0 to 1023 are well-known ports numbers. The port numbers 1024 to 49151 are registered port numbers. These ports are basically assigned to user processes or applications. The port numbers 49,152 to 65,535 are private and dynamic port numbers. These ports are also known as ephemeral ports. Usually assigned dynamically to client applications when initiating a connection. It can also include the range of registered ports. If you would like to check the port number used by your laptop or computer while accessing the specific website, use the command netstats and to check the source and destination port numbers. Now back to the main topic. Why do we say TCP protocol is a connection-oriented protocol? As previously mentioned on a number of occasions, TCP is one of the two protocols that lives at the transport layer and is used to carry data from one host to another. What makes TCP so popular? Unlike UDP, TCP will check for errors in every packet it receives in an endless struggle to avoid data corruption. As said earlier, TCP protocol provides reliable data delivery